The initial idea for Orphan Helpers came really as a result of many, many years of prayer. I just asked God why I was put on the face of the earth. I am in the real estate business, but I knew that wasn't it by itself. And I really just wanted to know and continue to pray about why I was here and what my purpose was. And I think all of us seek that in some way, shape, or form. And so through that, it was really revealed to me that it had something to do with orphans or adoptions of children that had been abandoned or orphaned.
We started several years ago, my husband and I. It was to be an anniversary trip, and unusually enough, we ended up going to El Salvador.
The country was okay. It wasn't anything bad. It was not unlike what we had expected in a developing nation. But when we got into the orphanages themselves, that's when we really, our heart was broken.
We realized that there were so many needs and there were so many things that we could do.
We saw orphanages, one particular one that grabbed us, had 250 kids roughly, had 6 adults in the entire facility to take care of those kids. There were holes in the ceiling big enough to crawl through.
Deplorable conditions, flies, no lighting, no fans, and there were no working commodes. There were no showers working. There were 2 showers that had a broken head, and all they had was a little bit of water hitting the floor. And it was just terrible, and you just wondered how they did it.
And we said we're going to come back. We didn't have any idea what we were going to do. We just knew we had to come back and do something.
And they said, no, they won't come back.
We came home, wrote letters to a couple of 300 people that we knew. 15 went back with us. And so we had 17 of us to go back. We installed 17 commodes, we installed ceiling fans, lights, and began the work there. We did Bible camps and worked with the kids. We brought in local volunteers from El Salvador, and it just was amazing to see what was accomplished in that first week.
When people go on short-term missions with Orphan Helpers, it's incredible, and I encourage it for them to go because it's life-changing. First of all, most people who go with this have never been outside the United States, let alone been in a third-world country. So when they go down, their lives are eternally changed. I mean, there's a place in your heart once you go and you see these kids and how they live that it's just a place, if you visit, you're broken. Because you just see the kids, a lot of them live behind bars, even in the orphanages, and you know, when you leave there at the end of the day and you see kids locked behind bars, and that's necessary for their own safety, but you see kids who wear the same clothes every day, you see kids who never get a hug from a mom or a dad, and you know, you come down as a team and you're hugging these kids, and it might be the only hug they ever get or at least had that week. You know, it severely impacts your life, and most people go on a trip want to go back. If they don't want to go back, they at least want to get involved, either involved financially or volunteering to help us in some way. But most people who go on trips either want to go back or they're getting involved in some way, somehow with Orphan Helpers.
People say yes to helping orphans. So as we get the word out, as we expand the knowledge, as we help people across the nations to understand that there really is a simple way that we can band together and work together to help kids that really have nothing and nobody. As we do that, people say yes, they give, they go, and they will get involved in a ministry like this. So really getting the word out is critically important at this time, and that's the biggest thing that's expanding the work.
It's just been the changes, the visible changes from day one to now, to see how people's lives have been changed, how the children have so much hope, how directed and focused the teachers are, and how excited the people are when we're there, and really knowing that when we leave, we haven't just left, we planted seeds, and they grow when we're not there. So when we come back, it's just multiplied.
The dream for Orphan Helpers is that we would be in 100 nations and that we would have 10,000 teachers working with 1 million kids at a time. And it's crazy, it's so much bigger than we can imagine, but we know it can be done, and we know that there are many more than that 1 million kids out there that really need the help, they need the love, they need people to go stand beside them and say, you're a good person, there's a plan for your life, there's something that God wants to do through you, and we're here to help show you what that might be.